doesn't feel that bad.
Good afternoon, good evening. This is Cord Killinger, the Bombshell JKU, here with the first stop of the 2023 Great American Crawl.
I'm ready.
That would be Cameron, Cole.
I've wheeled Arizona a few times and it never lets down. It's definitely, people think of Arizona like New Mexico with just a ton of traction. But the difference with Arizona is you got to find the traction.
Yes, Kingman actually had quite a bit of snow over the last couple of days, which is rare for Arizona in general. It did kind of play a factor in day number one. Lent to a lot of wet rocks, sand, a little bit of mud, a little bit of grit.
I have not been to Kingman before. This is my first time. It was pretty cool. This is kind of similar to what we have in Las Cruces. But a little less ledges and more boulders. So it was a good change of pace. Like the trails, yeah.
Typical Arizona wheeling, we do everything in the washes, and some of them are wider than others.
Yeah.
Others get nice and tight. This was actually kind of a wide wash to be.
It was wide, it had tight spots.
Tight spots,
but it was
little
wide.
pinches.
She's stuck.
The first day was a long day.
It is my professional opinion that she is stuck.
Really should have looked.
There's a lot of big rocks out here. Yeah, and it moves around. I guess the smaller ones move around. The big ones are pretty firmly planted. There's a lot of Jeep size and larger things people are climbing over out here.
Yeah.
No, so I've never been on that trail. It was fun. Took a little longer than I liked, but it was fun. Especially if we would have gone all the way to the end. I think that's the best part. So I'll definitely be coming back to hit that one.
I liked it. It had obstacles for all Jeeps. There was a lot of bonus lines, so depending on what type of build you had, you can really push limits and see what you wanted to do, so I liked it. It was a good time.
Day one, our group went on to Barney's Revenge. And first impression, the trail was pretty good. We also probably underrated the trail a little bit. Hopefully they were okay with being pushed to new limits. And hopefully everybody had a good time, but it was slow going at times.
Let's do this.
Portions of it were wet, which caused some issues with a group of 17 rigs I think we had. The first person goes through and turns it up, and the second person goes through and turns it up, and the third person, by then it's already soupy, and you've still got 15 more cars to go or something like that.
I had my Axio SCX6 Honcho, and yeah, I was out there trying to keep up with the big boys, you know, trying to hit the hard lines and stuff, but it was fun.
I'm in the hip hugger.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Dude, this is fun.
What skinny ass motherfucker was sitting in this seat?
It's kind of a weird trip for me because this is the first Great American Crawl in like 3 or 4 years that I have not brought gridlock.
Right, no gridlock
It was
whatsoever.
very bittersweet.
Now we gotta get out
know how this shit works.
Ready there, steer ready?
Yeah.
A little more. Right there. Coming.
I guess like that, huh?
I think that's how you're supposed to do it.
Oh, hey,
That's your Jeep.
that is my Jeep. That's Jason driving it.
Oh, you did a really good job.
In my professional opinion, he did not get stuck. Still driver.
Rear steer and 134-inch wheelbase, nothing's the same. It's kind of like a moon buggy, but it's kind of like a crawler, and so it's heavier like a crawler.
Right.
But it has all the technical stuff of a buggy.
Hybrid. It's
literally
a proper hybrid.
It's a 4,600-pound fat-ass buggy.
It's a proper hybrid.
It's pretty cool. I really enjoy driving it. It's set up for a much taller person than I am, so you know I was kind of stretched out looking over the bar that runs across the dash. But it's neat. It's actually the first time I've ever driven a rear steer, so that's pretty cool.
What is this, Jason? Are we looking at driver, spotter, or equipment?
On this current situation?
Drive it once.
Well, it just depends on which dude I want to piss off today.
Greg, we have confirmed that the skid plate does work.
What's up? What are they saying?
Wow, what was cool about that first trail of the day, you know, is it was beautiful out there. We were running up a stream, you know, and there was water running, which was cool, and you know, it was a great view out there. We had a lot of vehicles out there that definitely pushed their limits, and there's a fine balance with that because you don't want to get too carried away with take them out of their comfort level, right? And scare them off or get them into some body damage that they totally didn't sign up for or whatever. As far as the trail goes though, that was a cool trail. I think I got a good beat on the line. Or maybe not.
Come driver as you're coming up. Straight, straight, hold it. No, straight. Keep coming. Keep coming.
Driving it was fun, but I just like watching it. I mean, it's a really cool rig. I think he knocked it out of the park with that one.
You got to kind of think of wheeling and tire placement as though you're going to jump across boulder to boulder. So you got to really almost pre-plan your steps of your wheels in order to not
end up with a giant boulder underneath the very middle of you, you know. Pre-planning out and watching ahead on kind of what your next move is especially here, that was key.
Yeah, and then I think once you get up, if it'll bite right there, once you get if the rear goes, you're gonna have to driver it and like mow all them bushes down, because you're gonna get way crooked and that giant rock is gonna be potential body damage or whatever. But
has anybody gone up the left?
I doubt anybody up here has.
I'm all the way.
Seeing what we're doing next, right? Rocks, diffs, dirt, pain in the ass. Then obviously Trey wants to have his shot at it, so we got it up in there, and unfortunately for me, there's times where I have to make the decision. Might get scratched, might get a dent. All right, we got the hood.
It's already done.
I think it looked cool, so hopefully the video prevails where you were there, right? Did you get there? Okay, you better have. So it better have looked cool.
Yeah, it's not Bill Adair. So yeah, I try and keep mine minimal scratches, minimal body damage, but sometimes stuff does happen. We were talking earlier about the fact that we like doing the buggy lines and stuff, so I mean, you can't really expect it to stay pristine all the time, trying the hard stuff. So, I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is.
The whole side, dude, a scratch all the way from your hood all the way back.
Hey, be quiet.
It's the whole thing, dude.
That was pretty damn awesome if you ask me.
Yeah, he got sideways pretty good, and I heard as soon as he scratched his hood, I turned around, I was like, oh, that's the same time I actually sent his Jeep.
He got the first bump out of the Jeep, so you know he kind of christened the Jeep that way, so it was good.
Send Mickey an email.
That's just the reason that it needs to be repainted. I've been saying I want to repaint it.
Oh, that I need a different beanie. Send him an email.
You're like, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I just need a beanie.
My beanie's irritating me more than that scratch.
No, dude, that was awesome. No
That was
problem.
almost a giant scratch.
There were a lot of obstacles where it was that boulder stuff that I was talking about, kind of like a boulder field. And that always kind of gives you an opportunity to where you can slip off your line. And like Jason was saying, when you get water involved and you get that slicker rock than we're used to, and it's just 1 inch off and that tire's gonna slip and it might go into a pocket or up under an undercut, or it makes it a lot harder.
still a buff out.
We crawled right out of high school and we were out a lot. And at the time I had worked for a guy that had built a truck, decided he didn't like to drive, he liked to spot. So for work, I got to drive the truck, work on the truck, especially right out of high school is a great gig, right? Like, I never understood why the hell has this guy got this truck and he just likes to watch it and spot it. And now, being in this dynamic with Trey, like I get it now. And driving's great, I love it, you know, and I've done a ton of it, but planning my route, right? Planning my footsteps and him being able to listen and execute to where we can make it super precise, super clean. It's like ballet, if you would. That's the best thing I could come up with is the precision of it, I guess, right?
Well, let's get off because I don't want to take up for it.
I fell in a hole. It was more than I expected. It was good. I anticipated some things and it went above me. It was good though. Broke in the Jeep. This was my first event with this Jeep with the new setup, so it broke it in nice.
Hot rocks are pretty easy to stick tires on. Cold, wet rocks are not.
You like my signature squeaky brakes? I like it a lot. I can actually make them sing. Mariah Carey.
But the last waterfall to me was probably the coolest moment I've had in that thing this entire weekend. Everything I did in it was because I hit that waterfall and I got kind of bound up in there, and I moved the rear over just enough that it pulled me through.
Right.
Rope, Chris. Check that thing out, dude.
Badass, yeah. Yukon recovery gear.
Drop in the mud.
It's my tow truck.
Driver.
Brett's a super cool dude, you know, and I know that he's been to most of the events that I have missed recently. So I don't really know Brent, but it is fun to watch him wheel because he knows his rig. And when a driver has a lot of experience in their own vehicle, you can see it. It was a good day of wheeling. I think everybody was happy with every aspect of the trail except for how long it took us to get through it.
Just enough.
We went as far as we could possibly go on that trail and just had to call it.
I'm good. I'm out.
It's tucked in it and the tire folded.
And the winner of the up to 40-inch tires from Mickey Thompson.
Yeah, so Jason.
Hold on.
Hold on. Whoa. Whoa.
Coming down.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.